It is one of the oldest forms of affordable housing in San Francisco, single-room occupancy hotels.
Now the very people who fought to preserve this housing are calling it dangerous. Tonight in our original series Project Home, Susie Steimel has a look at why SROs for low-income families could soon be phased out.
But for families with children, it's hard for the kid.
Yang-Yu Satu has lived in this building for 5 years with her 65-year-old mother, her husband, and their 6-year-old son. When she moved here from China, she had grand ideas about what the United States would look like. But now,
the living environment was better.
At least in China, she had her own bathroom, sink, and small kitchen. In this building, she has to share all of those things with 30 of her neighbors during a pandemic.
More than ever, I want to move out of SRO to have a bigger space and enough space for us.
Yang-Yu is one of 30,000 San Franciscans living in an SRO, short for Single Room Occupancy Hotel. Her building is at the end of this block on Washington Street, but hers isn't one of those windows or rooms that you can see from the outside. It's in the middle with no natural light, no windows, and no sink. And typical of most SROs, it is a 10 by 10 foot space. This is what Yang-Yu shares with her family of 4. And during COVID, it's feeling even more crowded.
It's a really small room. There are 4 of us. We have a bunk bed. My mom would sleep on the upper bunk. I would sleep in the lower bunk with my son. And my husband would need to sleep on the floor.
SROs are rarely ever used for the intended single-room purpose. This population is known to openly disregard fire codes and crowd multi-generational families into a tiny space.
As many as 8 or 9 people are sharing one 10 by 10 room, and that is just unbelievable.
For decades, SROs have been defended by affordable housing advocates like Matias Mormino, but the pandemic has changed his mind.
I think COVID really accelerated that. And made us realize that places where folks have to share bathrooms, have to share kitchen facilities, really have some inherent problems that make them dangerous in an epidemic. We had multiple people tell us that they were, going to the bathroom inside the room if they had a sink, which not a lot of families do, or in a bucket.
27% of San Francisco's SRO buildings have had positive cases of COVID-19. 50% of families living in SROs have lost work due to COVID. 48% have had their income dropped to 0.
Both my mom and my husband are unemployed now.
Yang-Yu is now the breadwinner for the family. She works for the Chinese Progressive Association and helps essential workers who also live in SROs.
Nurses and first responders, like when they come home, they stay in a guest bedroom, they shower before they even get into the house. Those are things that are just not possible in SRO hotels.
Yang-Yu has repeatedly applied for other affordable housing options that would give her family more space, but every single time she's turned down. It's the same story for her mother.
How many times have you applied?
5.
Every year?
Yeah.
95% of families in SROs fall into a very specific gap. They don't make enough money to qualify for affordable housing. The rung down is supportive housing, but that's reserved for people who are homeless or in a shelter. So the longer Yang-Yu stays in this SRO, the more difficult it's going to be to get out. But Matias says it's time for this city to start thinking about where these 30,000 people can go.
I think the consensus is it's not enough, it's not okay, and we are starting to be pressed by time.
Yang-Yu's building is also typical of many SROs in that it was built back in 1912. Matias says it's likely nearing the end of its useful life, and the next step is probably that it needs to be torn down. Ken and Liz.
Wow. If these are torn down, where are they going to house 30,000 people? Where are they going to live?
Right, exactly. In a housing crisis, that is the very big, very expensive question that we do not know the answer to. And that's why this is such a big deal. To remind you, these are the people, Matias and many of the people he works with, who fought for this type of housing because it's supposed to be housing of last resort, but it's becoming a permanent option. And they're saying, we can't keep doing this. It's just not safe. So we've got to start talking about other options, but the big question is, what are those options?
Right. All right, Susie, thank you. We'll keep sending your stories and ideas to Project Home at CBS.com and see all of Susie's reporting on our website.